All right, everybody. Hey, it's George Affleck.
And Steven Johnson.
And we are back with the Marketing Manager Marketing Manager Playbook.
That's the name.
I talked about. I know. I'm sorry. And this week we're going to talk about, and we have our beers from our friendly neighborhood beer store behind us.
Yeah.
This week I want to talk a bit about Google AdWords search ads and whether or not they're
They dropped the words. It's just Google Ads now.
Oh.
Which is
I'm
confusing.
already learning something.
Which is confusing because when you type Google Ads, for example, into like the Google bar, it always fills it as AdSense. And so now it's, they drop the words and it's mixes it up.
Because they have all the different, they have retargeting ads, or they have display ads, and then they have the search ads. But so we want to focus on one thing today.
We want to talk about search ads.
So that's the guy, and I'm looking for a plumber.
We're not talking about YouTube, which is part of the Google platform. We're not talking about shopping. We're not talking about display.
So to me, I always think about search when I think about from a marketing point of view. I always, for customers who are looking at getting into search or don't really understand the difference between search and display, I always think, especially if they're sort of somewhat old school, you think about the newspaper, and you have the front section of the newspaper, and you have the back section. You have the classifieds, and you have the front section. The front section's got brand ads, it's got like beautiful ads, get you excited about a vacation. But in the back, you're in there going in the classifieds. You're looking for something. You need something. You're a captive audience, and so I always think of Google search as something like I'm a hot customer. I am a hot lead for your business, and you want to make sure that you as a business get that person.
And it's not the right place for everybody because you have to be in most cases anyways, you have to be a business that people are searching for. They're searching for your service, right? And we'll get into what platforms are great for businesses that people aren't searching for, more niche businesses or where you're selling a product where you need to educate your customer on what it is. Google's not that great for that. Google AdWords or Google search ads.
Oh,
drop the words.
Get rid of that word. But the problem with search is such an easy way to understand what it is. I mean, that's what I find interesting. That to me, it's what it is. It's you're searching.
Sure, and so with Google search ads, and you have a product or service that people are looking for actively, it's a great space to be, provided the dollar and cents make. Provided you can get a return on investment. And luckily, it's something that you can test really easily to determine if you are getting a return on investment. Usually over 3 months, you can figure it out pretty good if it's a good space for you. So Google search ads, for those who might be confused, are the top generally three spaces in Google, or the bottom 3 spaces, and you can pay to be there, and it's all cost per click advertising, and really the market sets the cost per click. So the more people that want to advertise, the more businesses that want to advertise for a particular search term, the more expensive it's going to get. That's why personal injury lawyer is very expensive because there's lots of competition, and the value of the service is really high. So they're willing to spend $120 for a click, and they might have a conversion rate of, let's say, 10% at best. Wow. So I mean, they're spending $1,000 a lead or $1,200 a lead maybe.
Right. So but 10 ads, 10 clicks, you get one of those as a 10%.
Right, and that'd be great. 10, I mean, in 10%
that sounds high. Yeah.
Right. So how do you know if your customers are searching for you? So, I mean, one of the tools that you can use, I mean, there's a lot of tools out there that you can use, but I mean, the Google Keyword Planner is step 1. So the Google Keyword Planner allows you to put in a search term, put in a geographical area, and it'll spit out and tell you how much search volume there is. So how many times are people searching for this a month? And if there's people that are searching for your service, I mean, there's obviously obvious ones. Hair salon. And if you're a plumber, any local service-based business that people are looking for, of course. Yeah. It's more difficult for products, but most service-based businesses that are typical are going to have search volume. Small towns, you might be, it's a little bit of a different game, but in big cities, there's enough search volume in most spaces for Google search ads to work. And then it's as easy as going into the platform and setting it all up. Now, that's where people get mixed up, and it's sort of the pitfall. It's not hard to get your Google search ads started. But it's really easy to screw it up. So that's why
I have you do these for us and not me.
Yeah, exactly.
It can be a mess. And we've had clients that we've worked on together that we take over their AdWords, and they are a mess. And they have sometimes, like, you just look at them, and you're like, well, who did this? Like, they'll have repeating ads, and because I know that with some of our clients, it's really you change a few words here and there, and you change everything.
Well, Google stock, their default sets you up to fail. All right, they set you up to spend your budget. Either you'll think that you're advertising for very particular keywords, but you're not. And so they set you up to spend your money, basically, and whether there's people searching for you or not. But
this is also why they've made search engine optimization so difficult too. They don't want to get ranked high. It's getting more and more complex, and there's no silver bullet to figuring out how to.
Seems to change more quickly now too.
You know what Google says? Why don't you just buy an ad?
Yeah, exactly, right. And so, is Google search the right audience for your business? Well, I mean, again, it comes down to trying it. And like I said, 3 months. You need a landing page. You need a website or a specific landing page.
The landing page is like a sales page. You've said something in the word ad, and then you click on that ad. It takes you to a unique page, which it has really clear information about specifically what you were talking about, which is really important. A lot of people send people straight to their homepage, which is a mistake because you end up, first of all, you can't track as well, and you also aren't selling that specific whatever it is you're selling.
Service. So I mean, if you have a bunch of services and you're advertising them all on Google, and you send them all to your homepage, you're gonna lose out on conversions. Google's gonna penalize you for it. So yeah, it's always great to have a dedicated landing page for your Google traffic, because it's going to convert better, especially if you're using something like Unbounce or another landing page builder that's designed for conversion optimization. 2, you should see a higher keyword quality score, which is a bit technical, but just means Google's going to like you more, which allows you to get a little cheaper bids. 3, you know where your leads are coming from, and you can determine your ROI. And that's really what you're trying to do over, let's say, a 3-month period, if that's what you're testing. I
think any business should think about their ROI. I think that certainly as an agency, that's something we always prioritize as far as how do we make sure you're getting the best investment, you're spending your money the best way you can, and you get the best return, the best leads. So yeah, it's interesting. But one of the things that we've done, and when you talk about the kinds of ads, because we have dentistry office, we also have manufacturing companies, but we have Google AdWords set up for both of them. So I understand why I'd have ads set up for a dentistry or a plumber, or we clearly understand they're being searched. Why would we set up Google AdWords for a manufacturing company?
Or like a product-based business?
Yeah,
really?
who the search, like one company we have, which is really, they're very specialized tools, and the search volume is pretty much almost close to zero, but we still have the AdWords. Why?
Well, I mean, there's 2 reasons. One, there is a little bit of search. So even if there's not a lot of search, but you're selling a product, for example, and the client you're talking about, they're selling high-end tools, for example. So even though there might not be a lot of search, if somebody's searching for that product, or they're searching for that exact model or something very, very similar to it, it makes sense for you to still show up, especially because those clicks are generally so cheap because they're in really niche markets.
Right. Okay. So the less popular you are, in a way, the cheaper the ads probably will be. So therefore, the cost in your marketing budget is minimal, but it's something just not do it. Do it.
Right? Yeah. Of
Why
course.
not do it?
I think actually, when I say when we talk about is Google search ads the right platform for your business? Technically, I think Google search ads is the right platform for every business, every single business. There's some search term that somebody would search that when they search it, you want to show up. I don't know if there's a business out there where there's not. If somebody searches for X, I want to show up. It's just not a strategy that's going to bring a lot in the door for every business. For some business, you can run Google search ads and just rely on Google search ads. But for others, it's supplementary. And that's what we do for example, for that business. That sells a product that's not particularly searched a lot. Still have it there because it's worthwhile.
When that person clicks, that must mean that's a hot lead. And that conversion rate must be a huge.
Right. And of course, or you can be advertising for competitors. So when somebody's searching for a competitor of yours, you can advertise for them. It's kind of like setting up a billboard in front of their office. Right, so they search for your competitor. They see your ad. I mean, we've seen companies email us and say, can you not do that?
Yes, and I say, why don't you do it to me?
Yeah, exactly. Google loves that. And so
Do you get punished for doing that? Do you think Google gets mad at you for that?
no, not as long as you're not naming them in your ads and things. Oh, well, yeah, they make you pay more for it.
Oh, okay.
Because your keyword quality, because Google's whole goal with the ads, I mean, this is going a little bit.
Yeah, don't get too complex.
Well, I mean, Google's trying to provide the most relevant resource.
I also don't want to get sued, so.
Right. I mean, Google's
by Google.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah. Roll over.
Yeah.
Google is just trying to provide the most relevant result, whether that's with ads or whether that's with search engine optimization and their organic listings. So they want to show the ads that you're going to click on.
Yeah.
So if they're searching for Toyota and you're the Honda dealership a kilometer away and you have an ad about Honda, well, they don't really want to show that. But if you bid enough, they will. So it's something to keep in mind. You pay more for it, and you're not going to get as many clicks as your click-through rate's going to be low. But it's still a strategy that can be viable. I know car companies that do it, for example, in that space, and it is effective.
And I know that for the clients that we've taken over with Google AdWords, and this is a bit of a sales pitch for those listening and watching, we've converted, we've managed to double based on just doing the tweaks that we've done. On a couple of clients, I know they were getting record sales. With one client went from, doubled their leads every day just by some things that we did differently.
Yeah, same budget. And in a lot of cases, if they had it pre-managed before, they're not spending anymore in some cases. And same ad spend, nothing really changes that they see. It's changes internally that we're making, and it makes a big change. So we sort of say, if you are running something and you're not sure if you're maximizing it, we want to take a look at it and be able to just give a little bit of an idea of what might be able to be improved.
Good segue. So if you want a free consultation, you can email either myself, George, at curvecommunications.com.
Or myself, Stephen, at curvecommunications.com.
So thanks for listening and watching today.
Oh, PH. Stephen
PH. And although it'll probably bounce anyways to me. Yeah. As long as you get the curvecommunications.com right. Thanks for watching and listening today. Yeah. We have our beers. Still Friday. We can keep going, but let's wrap it up for today.
Yeah.
And next time we'll probably talk about display and retargeting, which is and YouTube, which is a whole other ballgame.
We got it all.
We got it all. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.